what's up with OTB Bros? Back in the cut with another reaction. Make sure that y'all comment, like, and subscribe. So listen, man, we coming back with another reaction. So we're gonna be reacting to something y'all spammed in the comments early on. So we're gonna be reacting to the Star Spangled Banner, as you've never heard it. So I'm not gonna lie, since y'all been giving us a lot of deep content to react to, I'm expecting this one to be kind of deep and hit home. You know, majority of, I would hope, you know, like where the song originates from. We learned that shit in history class, but I'm just kind of curious to see the perspective and aspect of this video. Bro, I'm hyped. I don't really know what to expect with that. I think we're gonna get a history lesson here with this one. But shit, bro, let's get it. Make sure we got our shit right. Oh yeah, we ready.
There was a lawyer once. His name was Francis Scott Key. He penned a song that I'm sure you're aware of. You've seen it. It's in most hymnals throughout our churches. It's called the national anthem. It is our song as an American. We go, however, to a ball game. We stand in our church services and we sing the words of that song, and they float over our minds and our lips, and we don't even realize what we're singing. Most of us have memorized it as a child, but we've never really thought about what it means. Let me tell you a story. Francis Scott Key was a lawyer in Baltimore. The colonies were engaged in vicious conflict with the mother country, Britain. Because of this conflict and the protractedness of it, they had accumulated prisoners on both sides. The American colonies had prisoners and the British had prisoners. And the American government initiated a move. They went to the British and they said, let us negotiate for the release of these prisoners. They said, we want to send a man out to discuss this with you. They were holding the American prisoners in boats about 1,000 yards offshore. And they said, we want to send a man by the name of Francis Scott Key. He will come out and negotiate to see if we can make a mutual exchange. On the appointed day in a rowboat, he went out to this boat and he negotiated with the British officials. And they reached a conclusion that men could be exchanged on a one-for-one basis. Francis Scott Key, jubilant with the fact that he'd been successful, went down below in the boats, and what he found was a cargo hold full of humanity, men. And he said, men, I've got news for you tonight. You're free. He said, tonight I have negotiated successfully your return to the colonies. He said, you'll be taken out of this boat, out of this filth, out of your chains. As he went back up on board to arrange for their passage to the shore, the admiral came and he said, we have a slight problem. He said, we will still honor our commitment to release these men, but it'll be merely academic after tonight. It won't matter. And Francis Scott Key said, what do you mean? He said, well, Mr. Key, he said, tonight we have laid an ultimatum upon the colonies. Your people will either capitulate and lay down the colors of that flag that you think so much of, or you see that fort right over there, Fort Henry? He said, we're going to remove it from the face of the earth. He said, how are you going to do that? He said, if you will, scan the horizon of the sea. And as he looked, he could see hundreds of little dots. And he said, that's the entire British war fleet. He said, all of the gunpowder, all of the armament is being called upon to demolish that fort. It will be here within striking distance in a matter of about 2.5 hours. He said, the war is over. These men would be free anyway. Damn. He said, you can't shell that fort. He said, that's a large fort. He said, it's full of women and children. He says, it's predominantly not a military fort. He said, don't worry about it. They said, we've left them a way out. And he said, what's that? He said, do you see that flag way up on the rampart? He said, we have told them that if they will lower that flag, the shelling will stop immediately. And we'll know that they've surrendered, and you'll now be under British rule.
What the fuck?
Francis Scott Key went down below and told the men what was about to happen. And they said, how many ships? He said, hundreds. The ships got closer. Francis Scott Key went back up on top and he said, men, I'll shout down to you what's going on as we watch. as twilight began to fall, and as the haze hung over the ocean as it does at sunset, suddenly the British war fleet unleashed. He says the sound was deafening. There were so many guns that there were no reliefs. He said it was absolutely impossible to talk or hear. He said suddenly the sky, although dark, was suddenly lit. And he says from down below, all he could hear the men, the prisoners, saying was, "Tell us where the..."
So
That's
he didn't let down the flag, so he like is the reason why all the kids and shit was like got bombed.
No, so basically, they was gonna bomb the fort,
Right.
and the people that they told the people in the fort, the only way we'll stop the shelling is if y'all lower the flag.
Right.
And so they didn't lower the flag, and so now they bombing their ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. But the dude they were talking about, James Key, that's not who. He's not in that fort.
Who's the dude that keep going downstairs? The other dude.
I mean, the first dude they were talking about was the lawyer, the James Key dude. Was the
That was
first
his
dude they were
name?
something like that. James Key or
I thought it was something different.
some Key, James Key or
Shit.
something like that.
Alright, we good. Fuck it.
Yes. What have they done with the flag? Is the flag still flying over the rampart? Tell us. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours into the shelling.
Damn.
Every time the bomb would explode and it would be close to the flag, they could see the flag in the illuminated red glare of that bomb, and Francis Scott Key would report down to the men below, "It's still up.
Francis Scott.
It's not down." The admiral came and he said, "Your people are insane." He said, "What's the matter with them?" He said, "Don't they understand this is an impossible situation?" Francis Scott Key said he remembered what George Washington had said. He said the thing that sets the American Christian apart from all other people in the world is he will die on his feet before he'll live on his knees.
Hey.
Right.
The admiral said, "We have now instructed all of the guns to focus on the rampart to take that flag down." He said, "We don't understand something. Our reconnaissance tells us that that flag has been hit directly again and again and again, and yet it's still flying. We don't understand that."
Damn.
But he said, now we're about to bring
okay. Now that he said that, it hit it again and again and again. That makes you think of the part national anthem when he'd be like, "And our flag was still there."
Yeah.
That's what that makes me think of. I might be with
What goes after that?
the quote. "Oh, says the star
Yeah.
spangled banner."
So
Yeah.
Go ahead.
now it makes me wonder. I don't know. I don't want to start nothing in the chat. I heard.
No, you gotta say now because I don't know.
Oh, we can't talk,
I don't know.
bro. I just feel like I want to know. Like, I understand like why people like got on their knee, right?
Right,
I understand what it stood for in their eyes, right?
right.
But like, what did that have to do with the national anthem? Cause like, is this what they telling me? This how it came, right? Came about? Cause that's the nigga that made
Yeah.
the song,
The national anthem this is what it's based off of.
right? So are the niggas down below, are they colored, or is it just prisoners?
There are people from the country that were fighting for America.
On me. So I'm saying like, what was like, what did that have to do?
like what?
Why did we do it? Why did we protest during the national anthem versus like outside of the national anthem?
They did. I mean, it was like me. I don't know. Like I wasn't. Like I don't know. I think they just did it as a sign because the national anthem. I mean, it's symbolic of America, bro. Like that's the country symbol. Like it don't get no. Like sitting down as you honor in the country. Like it don't get no more disrespectful than that.
Right. I see. I already knew because I was already looking at it like that, but I was also trying to figure out. They just had me thinking deep, and I was just trying to figure out. Like,
Yeah. Like to me, like the way I see it, like I understand why people get mad because like
me too.
people are risking their life every day so people can live the life that they live here. So for you to take a knee on the flag and people are literally out there risking your life so you can live your everyday life, like that's fucked up.
But that's the thing though. But then that's the plot twist that the black community was trying to say.
Right.
Y'all are saying, you know, people have done this and that for us to live our life, but here we are not being able to live our life.
Mm-hmm.
So how are we supposed to like sing the American? You know what I'm saying? I see what but I am not here to start anything. So we're gonna take all of that, we're gonna ball it up, we're gonna throw it out.
That's a good topic, bro. Shit, we here. You can express your own opinion on this chat, bro. Shit, if you don't like what he said, then I don't. But like I was saying, man, it's freedom of speech on this channel, bro. Like
gang shit.
But like we was saying, bro, I understood why people was getting pissed off at the kneeling and protest, bro. It was like a spit on the flag, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I definitely understood where that was coming from. As far as like the black community, I feel like protesting was the right thing to do because we was trying to be heard, but I feel like there was other ways we could have done it.
Exactly, because I feel like we was, because like the national anthem that's bigger. When we say like the national anthem, we're not like, oh, the local police and shit. We're talking about niggas that's like really went like overseas. Like that has nothing to do with like the police. I mean it do because they protect and serve as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's bigger than like them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we could have just protested directly to the issue. I feel like we made it so bigger than like.
Cause like I feel like the flag represents like the country, America, like we the people. You know what I'm saying? Like us as a whole. So like I feel like for us to like shit on our own country, it's some crazy shit. Like I'm not saying like our country's not fucked up and there isn't fucked up shit that goes on in our country, because that's a fact.
It's in our country.
Right, and there are fucked up people at the top. But I do feel like we should have did what we did, like try to be heard. But I feel like there was other ways that we could have did it.
We should have thought about that one more.
There was other ways we could have did it. Because me at the end of the day, like I play sports, you know what I'm saying? I like to stand up and sing the national anthem. Like, I look forward to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like there's people out there who died. There's honestly just a lot of people.
Brings everybody in the area like together, like everybody in the environment.
Right.
Everybody knows the national anthem. Everybody knows why we sing this. Everybody knows what we're doing, and why we're here, and the reason why we're even able to play this. You
like
know
that,
what I'm saying?
like that's the one thing that should just kill all beef, bro.
Right.
Like that shit should just eliminate all beef, bro. And it's crazy because we always letting the little shit get us out of our element, bro. Like I feel like half the time, like the shit Tom say all the time, bro. Like it's always just two extremists, bro. You either on this side or this side, and if you're not on that side or that side, you hate the other side. And it shouldn't be like that, bro.
Right.
Freedom of speech for a fucking reason. Like.
And there's people out there that aren't like too extreme, like they're like in the middle. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, cause you gotta give it to both sides. Like some people are right here, some people are right here, but you gotta understand that not everybody's fucking right. But that's the thing. These people that are extremists don't see it that way. It's my way, no way. How I see it, not the way you see it.
Right. And then I feel like when we kneel and shit, it's like there's people here that are sitting here slaves in cages in this video that we watching fighting for America. You know what I'm saying? Because this is back when it's from the British. Like if we don't win this fight, we're not even America right now. This is Great Britain right now. This ain't even America if we lose this.
To be a vet and to see that.
Right.
And think about the NFL games. I know Minnesota Vikings for a fact. When I watch their games, they bring vets out every game on the field. Every game. So for some shit like that to even happen, and if I was a vet, like I ain't gonna hold you, like, wow. I'd be like, wow. Right. I ain't shoot nobody, like type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's big. The national anthem is bigger than that.
Exactly,
This
bro.
has nothing to do with the local fucking police, bro.
Right.
This shit got to do with fucking civil rights and shit, nigga.
Right.
Industrialization, nigga.
Now I feel like us speaking up about the police brutality, I feel like it was right move, wrong way.
Right.
That's where I'm at with the right move, wrong way. Oh, let's get back into this, bro. This shit deep. I ain't even gonna hold you.
This that shit, boy.
Oh, let me make sure I say, yeah, we still rolling.
For the next 3 hours to bear on that point, Francis Scott Key said the barrage was unmerciful. All that he could hear was the men down below praying. The prayer. God, keep that flag flying where we last saw it. Sunrise came. He said there was a heavy mist hanging over the land, but the rampart was tall enough. There stood the flag, completely nondescript, in shreds. The flagpole itself was at a crazy angle, but the flag was still at the top. Francis Scott Key went aboard and immediately went into Fort Henry to see what had happened. And what he found had happened was that that flagpole and that flag had suffered repetitious direct hits. And when hit had fallen, but men, fathers, who knew what it meant for that flag to be on the ground, although knowing that all of the British guns were trained on it, walked over and held it up humanly.
That's what that picture
until they died.
Damn.
Their bodies were removed and others took their place.
Damn, bro. So the flag didn't fall because they was holding it up? Wow.
He said they died out there holding it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm fucked up, bro.
Like
I'm
if you
really
go back,
fucked
like I
up,
feel like
bro.
I've seen that picture.
See, I didn't know that was like in the middle of
That-
the... Wow.
I could be tripping though.
That's insane, bro. That shit's so powerful, bro. Just so we can be the land of the free, the home of the brave.
Man.
Where's Canada? They know what come with this shit, bro. They know they're not surviving that, bro. This is the strongest army. Y'all gotta think about it, bro. At the time, this is the strongest army in the whole world. And this is 3 hours ongoing. They're just shooting. And the flag's still standing. That means for 3 hours, they're rotating people out. Just sacrifices, bro. Come on now, bro. This shit crazy, bro. I'm fucked up.
Humanly
Wow.
until they died. Their bodies were removed and others took their place. Francis Scott Key said what held that flagpole in place at that unusual angle were patriots' bodies. He penned a song. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam.
Okay.
Or the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air,
For sure.
gave proof through the night that the flag was still there.
Don't play with him.
Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet fly and wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The debt was demanded. The price, it was paid.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets break through, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was
They should have put the Mariah Carey version.
I was gonna say earlier, I like it better when a girl sings it. And that Polarious word,
O'er the
I've never heard
land of the free and the home of the brave.
Psalms is a great book in the Bible, no cap. It's long though.
Bro,
I like this.
like that was so deep.
It was deep.
That might be the deepest video we ever watched, bro. Like that right there, that was real life, bro. Like that shit really happened. Wow. Like, bro.
I thought it was gonna be a song though. That's what we thought. But I'm okay with that because I still liked it.
I like that better, bro. That shit was like history,
History.
101, bro. Like,
Informational.
the flag stand for a lot more than what, like, a lot of people realize, bro. Like, our country literally stand on that shit. Like, people literally stood up and lost their life for that flag, bro, just so we can all be here, bro. Have the right to freedom of speech, bear arms, bro. Live our everyday lives, bro. Like, people literally dying every day behind this shit, bro. So, like, I don't know, bro. That shit's just deep, bro. I'll tell you one thing, though. Like, me? You won't catch me on no knee, bro. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna have my hand over my heart, bro. That shit deep, bro. And, like, I know people who got family members who serve and shit, bro. And it's just, like, that shit was powerful, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit had a big effect on me. I can't even react after this. This is my last one tonight. I promise you that. I promise you. I'm fucked up. Are we giving a rating to this one?
Nah, I ain't rating this.
Me
I
neither.
don't have a rate for it.
If I did, I'd give it a 5. I would give it a 5. Just because that's one of the most informational, informative videos that I've seen since we started reacting. Like, I thought that was definitely a great watch. Like,
I liked it though. It gave me some knowledge. Like at the end of the day, like I would have to still go back and look because like I don't know who made this video, but I liked it.
I thought it was a great, well put together video. A lot of it matched up with a lot of the facts I've heard in school. But I thought this was a well put together video because when you hear from your teacher and then when you do it in history books and you don't really get the same effect. You know, you may be sitting in the class with a boring teacher not really locked in, but like this video right here, bro, that's a nice, good 12-minute like summary right there, bro, of how the Star Spangled Banner came about. In class, like you go over the Civil War, you know, you go over how America came to be, but you don't really dive into specifically the Star Spangled Banner and what exactly it means. So that's a great informative video, bro. I would definitely suggest that to somebody else.
I would definitely smash the like button.
I would definitely subscribe.
I'd definitely leave a comment, and if you're in the live chat, say what up, you dig, and how you feel about the video.
And
If you want to rate it, go ahead and rate it.
Yeah, y'all heard me. I ain't rating it, but if I did, 5+. But shit, y'all heard it here first, bro. OTB bros, we love each and every single one of y'all. We out, gang.